Tonight, a push for big changes following revelations about how many people have died in police custody. The fighting ramps up and there are reports of a fresh massacre in Syria. We ask, will a major UN conference help stop the war? And he completed her, so now she's incomplete. Tomcat is no more as Katie Holmes files for divorce. Welcome to the very last TVNZ News at 8. Thanks for joining us. Also tonight, from game show host to leader in waiting, could this be the new president of Iceland? Kia ora, good evening. A wide-ranging report into the deaths of 27 mansion was illegal. Hundreds of people have attended a symbolic funeral service in Auckland for this very channel, which goes off-air in just over a couple of hours. After nearly 5 years of commercial-free programming, funding's run out for TVNZ 7, leaving dedicated watchers angry. Sharon Ferguson has more.
Stop the rot! Sack the lot! Stop the rot!
Processions to mourn the loss of viewer choice have taken place across the country this week because at midnight tonight, TVNZ 7 will die.
We're losing something very, very valuable. You know, it's valuable educationally, it's valuable culturally, it's valuable democratically.
For the last 4.5 years, the channel has offered more than 70% New Zealand-made content, most of it documentaries, news, science and arts programming.
Welcome to TVNZ 7, a channel which is going to celebrate New Zealand's diversity.
TVNZ 7 launched with a kingmaker debate in the lead-up to the 2008 election, the one Labour lost. The national government was far less sympathetic to the concept of public broadcasting. When funding ran out, the service was cut, but by then 1.6 million viewers were tuning in.
Coming up next on TVNZ 7, we have a document.
There's huge public interest. I've never been to such passionate public meetings. People are angry, they feel as if they're losing something that's precious. TVNZ 7's only been around for 4.5 years, but it's actually filling a much-needed gap.
TVNZ 7 has provided really quite a remarkable schedule. It's provided programmes about science, the arts, it's provided material on media and politics and the courts. It's provided a wide range of programmes that are not available on any other commercial channel.
The Save TVNZ 7 campaign has attracted thousands to meetings and marches across the country. A petition of 38,000 signatures was presented to government, but Broadcasting Minister Craig Foss says New Zealand on-air funding is there to ensure all Kiwis have access to quality Kiwi programming, and the government is committed to supporting that, not funding one particular channel.
The funding mechanism that I'd prefer would be a small levy, maybe a 1% or even a 0.5% levy on all the telecommunications and internet services plus pay television. Now that would be enough to raise something in the region of between $40 and $60 million a year.
At midnight tonight, 7 ceases and will be replaced by +1. That's TV1 delayed an hour. Sharon Ferguson, One News.
Pacific Island.
The world is full of wonders.
The Royal Spoonbill surely wins the prize for the quirkiest looking local.
Some of the biggest wonders are right here, in our own backyard.
Here at Tairoa Head on the Otago Peninsula lives one of the world's most majestic and mythical birds.
Make time to meet some New Zealanders.
These distinctive and beautiful little birds really bring the forest alive.
Get bite-sized bits of our backyard with Meet the Locals every day on TVNZ 7. They're the unseen.
A New Zealand bird that not many New Zealanders know about.
The untold.
How did they get their waist so small?
The almost unbelievable.
It was a huge predator with enough power to take down a moa.
And they're all in one place. Take a journey to Te Papa's vaults.
Underneath this friendly image is a frightening past.
For bite-sized sneak peeks at our national treasures.
It's great that there are still a few mysteries out there.
Tales from Te Papa, every day on TVNZ 7.
TVNZ 7 is closing at midnight on the 30th of June. TVNZ also has programs available on TV1, TV2, Kidzone 24, TVNZ Heartland, TV1+1, You, and TVNZ On Demand. For more information, go to tvnz.co.nz.
You're watching News at 8. A small south...
fog for inland parts of Otago. Well, that's all from me.
That's absolutely all from me. That is the very last News at 8. As you may have heard, TVNZ 7 comes to an end at midnight tonight. As I'm the one who wears the suit's makeup and gets to talk, I'd just like to thank all the hard-working producers and tireless studio crew who've helped put out an hour of non-commercial TV 7 nights a week for the past 4 and a bit years, about 1,600 hours by my reckoning. And of course, thank you to you at home, the people who've watched, marched and written in support of the channel. From all of us to all of you, thank you. Good night.
Kia ora, good evening. A wide-ranging report into the deaths of 27 people while in police custody is pushing for major changes. The Independent Police Conduct Authority inquiry looked at deaths between the years 2000 and 2010. And that was your very last news update here on TVNZ 7. I'd like to say thank you to everyone who's watched. To my colleagues, I'll miss you greatly. Ka kite, tō whāsoifua, koe kia, good night and goodbye.
But it is important that you link the infrastructure needs to the population and who's going to pay. And at that point, there is an equation which is quite clear.
Okay, all right. Well,
so 5 million Auckland.
We could probably keep talking about this all night. I'm afraid we've run out of time. That's all we've got time for. My thanks to the panel, Jean-Pierre Derard, Tahu Kukutai, Ludo Campbell-Reid and Paul Spoonley. We'll see you tomorrow night when the big idea is New Zealand teaching the world to farm. Good night.
TVNZ 7 is closing at midnight on the 30th of June. TVNZ also has programs available on TV1, TV2, Kidzone 24, TVNZ Heartland, TV1+1, You, and TVNZ On Demand. For more information, go to tvnz.co.nz.